right, good day all. Brian Maxted, CEO of the Holloway group here, and I'm here with Steve Lenander, our Director of Agronomy, and I'm taking a day, heading out of the office, into the field, looking forward to do this a few times a month to really bring not just from my own perspective, but for our customers' perspectives, what our people in the field, who are the experts, are seeing, and bring that to you as well through this camera. So thanks for joining us today. And it's a very beautiful day here in Wasco, brisk, about 40 some degrees when we got here. It's warming up a little bit. The sun's obviously on our face now, but that's the first topic we're going to have, is this up and down weather we've been experiencing, what we've seen in the field with that.
Yeah, it's been a relatively cool spring, and the trees are very, very different this year. The crop is maturing maybe 2 weeks advanced as far as the nuts go, but the trees feel like they're April, and this is obviously middle of May.
Right.
So it's a very strange year.
And so with that, obviously there's opportunities and challenges, and the thing that is hard to predict the weather, obviously we're all in the business of attempting to do so, or at least manage the result thereof. But what's your general thoughts on things to expect, and your 30 years of experience, when you've seen years begin like this, how do we expect that to play out over time?
Well, quite honestly, we're in uncharted water. In my 30 years, I don't think I've seen a spring like this. I surmise that this crop's going to be a little earlier than normal, which is kind of cool from the insect issues. We might avoid a flight or two of navel orangewort.
Oh, so explain to that. What's the breeding season of the navel orange worm?
There's an August flight that we try to time for applications, and if we are indeed early, that population may not be able to affect this particular crop.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we hope. We don't know.
Yeah, well, obviously this is all predictive. Anyone that can predict it correctly.
Yeah, our crystal ball's not that good.
Yeah, indeed. So beyond the looking out to see if that will play out in the navel orange worm, what's some of the other potential effects of having this early weather system be cooler?
Well, it's like I say, it's allowed the crop to mature very rapidly. I think mainly because the tree has not seen these big heat stresses, so it's just been able to very calmly do its thing without all the ups and downs of stresses from weather.
So thinking about stresses of weather, obviously it's beautiful. It's blue skies here. It's mid-May. But as we know, summer gets real hot, and so does an early coolness in the season mean that we should expect some similar going forward with the weather patterns? Or obviously it's hard to put the crystal ball together. But
yeah, I've said this a lot of times before, that if you look at the end of the year, we usually end up with about the same amount of heat units every year, and with these cool springs, I kind of always say we're going to have to pay for that with some big-time heat in July and August, probably.
Right, so pay me now, pay me later.
Yeah.
And obviously we don't know. It could be a cool year, a cool drought year. That'd be an interesting effect, but obviously weather comes in all different shapes and sizes.
Sure.
If we do have those hot heat units in the summer that are higher than average, what are the things that farmers can start to think about now to prepare for that and get their plants ready for those stresses?
Well, the biggest thing is in a heat event, extreme heat event, we obviously want to have them well irrigated.
Right.
With uses of gypsum and just proper irrigation management, we can set the moisture down a little lower, and they'll weather that storm much better.